Hey, so today let's talk about why I started my own accounting practice and why I think other people should do it as well. So right now we're kind of testing some different things out. I have the two lights in the background as well as I have a different light up there, and it's like I'm just trying to figure everything out. So if the visual are not like the best or whatever, just cut me a little bit of slack. I'm still going to give the best information I possibly can, but I'm just testing some different things out with the lighting. So number one, I wanted to control my destiny. So when I started my business back in 2015, I started because I had seen a lot of people basically get fired from their job that were just trying to provide for their family. They weren't greedy. They weren't asking for a gajillion dollars. They were just trying to do the best they possibly could day in and day out. They just wanted to do good work, and then it was just like they were just replaceable. And it's like, wait, so you're saying that I'm gonna go and work the next 10, 15, 20 years, and at any time if my boss either doesn't like me or they feel I'm not doing a great job, or just for whatever reason, someone could really tell me that they don't want for me to work with them or for them anymore, and I'm done. Right? It was actually capped off because I had seen my mom. She towards the end of her career, she was starting to face ageism, because it's once you get closer, in your 50s, late 50s towards 60s, they start wanting to go for people who are younger, who they can pay a lot less and will work a lot more. And it didn't really seem fair to me, because you build your whole career to work and climb a ladder, and then all of a sudden they change the rungs and they make the ladder longer, so now you're actually in the middle. And then so she was trying to get job after job after job, and she was she was putting in a lot of applications, and she was getting the first interview, second interview, and they'd say, oh well, we decided to go someplace else. She finally got a position, and when she got the position, there was a CEO that basically was doing some shady stuff, and she was asking questions, and within a week of asking these questions, they literally just came up, walked her out of the office, and then basically fired her. It was the first time she'd ever been fired, and it was really, really upsetting for her, because she was just trying to do her job. And it's just it's tough when I see people that are it's tough, because it's most people don't necessarily want a huge amount of money. They just want to have peace of mind and control in their life. That's what I wanted. That's what I really just kind of have come to the conclusion of, right? And it's just starting your own practice is really the only way you can do that. And also maybe you're thinking about starting a practice, but there's just so much stuff that's kind of in the way that you just don't really know how to either do or overcome, right? So if you want some help growing a business, or if you want a proven roadmap that we implement for all the people in our mentorship program, go ahead and click the link inside the description, either above or below the video, to book a call with myself to see if our mentorship program could potentially be the program that helps get you to your goals and gives you this financial freedom in future. Okay, cool. Next thing, I always wanted to have a different life. So when I was growing up, I always had this I was kind of what's called a contrarian. So anytime that someone has a very strong opinion, I naturally get this burst of energy to disagree with them and say the opposite. I don't know where it came from. I just know that I just do, and I like to argue. I like to debate, and it's just it's kind of carried over to my life, even the way I see life, right? I see some people just want to kind of just get enough to just get by, maybe be able to go on one vacation a year, maybe they save up, and I don't know, etc. But I wanted more, right? It wasn't just about becoming this huge, having a million different fancy cars. And yes, the fancy cars have come along the way, right? But that wasn't necessarily the goal that I was shooting for when I was starting out. I just wanted to be able to beat the system, to beat the game, okay? That's one thing. So all my life I've had these micro moments where I beat the game. So high school, I graduated high school a whole year early. Same thing with college. I graduated college about a year and a half early. I was able to kind of learn the internet game early. My whole life has been about beating the system and then showing other people exactly what I did to go and get that. Right? Now, I'm not saying I'm a trillionaire like Elon Musk and these guys, but for the regular person, I'm probably in the top 5, between 1 to 5% income earner, depending what special criteria you kind of add to it. And like that's kind of what it is, right? So like I didn't necessarily want to make like $1 million or $2 million per year. I wanted to really be inside the top 1 to top 5%. So it didn't take that long. It didn't take nearly as long as what I thought it would to get there. And that's why I think starting your own business is the easiest way, because not only can you control your income, so the more that you work, the more that you make, right? And then you can also like build systems in so you don't have to keep working as much, but your business is producing a huge amount of value in comparison to the time you're spending. And then on top of that, you can really control your profit margins by just using the accounting skills that you're already doing for other people. It's like a cheat code. And then on top of that, if you understand the tax code and the tax game, you can really reduce your tax burden. So even if, let's say for example, if you're making about $200,000 per year and you understand how to pay, let's say that you're gonna pay, 10% of that. It's about, we'll say about $30,000. So 200. Let's say that they're only gonna pay about $30,000 this year. Okay, well, sorry, I put the exact wrong way. 200,000 divided or minus $30,000. You're still pocketing about $170,000 per year versus a lot of people who like, let's say that someone's making like $500,000 per year. We'll say that they're doing like 25%. They'll have to spend about $125,000, and so it's like you work like a fraction of the time that they work. You make a really good amount of money, and then you're able to just like keep investing that, so that money starts making more and more and more money. And if you just like maintain a really good disciplined life where you're not splurging or doing like just crazy stuff with your money, you are set for life. Like I think the first time that having my own accounting firm really let me know that I had beat the game of life was when I was talking to my mom, and she basically said, I'm really grateful, for you, and like I'm just so glad that I never have to worry about you. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, she said, well, think about it. All you have to do, let's say you lost all of your accounting clients. You have the skill set now to go and get a cleanup. All you have to do is just get one cleanup every single time that you have like a new bill or maybe like rent due, and you'll be able to go and like live. So you're never going to be homeless because of that fact. And then that was even before I started like the mentorship program. Then we started the mentorship program. That's when we like really separated ourselves from like all the main challenges in life. Not to say I don't have like challenges, right, or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but at least the financial aspects of life have been overcome because of that. That's why I started my business. I started my business so I could almost become above money. Okay, when I say above money, like when I was growing up, like we had a lot of like times where we'd be like, hey, we can't afford that. Hey, we can't afford that. I didn't understand time. I thought that we were like poor or something. It was really because my mom and my dad were very frugal, right? So they were saving a huge percentage of their income, and like they were buying like rental properties, just like they were being very smart and very like they were investing their money. But at the time, I thought we were poor, so I was like, oh, when I get older, I never want to have to like worry about like if I can afford something. If I want it, I'm gonna buy it, right? And that was a big thing, because like every decision was always like, oh, I don't know if we can afford it. Or my dad would be like, hey, turn off the water, turn off the sink, turn off the lights. It's like, what are we doing here? Turn off the lights? What? If I want to have all the lights on in my house at all hours of the night, I will do that, right? And it's just like, but when you're living in a zone of like money, you're always thinking about money. So I got to a point to where even if I spend an extra, let's say I spend an extra $30,000 a year just like on personal expenses, that doesn't hurt me at all, right? Within the next probably about year and a half to probably 2 years, I will be making about 6 figures per year from passive investments. Passive investments. That means I don't do anything, right? So if you actually notice, like probably in the last I don't know how many videos it's been since I kind of noticed that and made that change or that thought process. But the energy in the videos have actually kind of shifted, right? It's like it's not really that urgent for me to like sell someone into a mentorship program or to get another accounting client, because I have that freedom. Because like it's just like now I can just like speak like as freely as I want. Like, you notice I don't like wear suits anymore. Like I used to have like videos where I would wear suits, and I liked wearing suits because it's like it gets my energy pumped up and excitement. But now I'm just super excited to be able to even like share this stuff on YouTube with you, right? Because it's like now I can talk about stuff, I can help people out. People are inside the comment section, and like I would never even thought that I would even have like 2,000 subscribers. Well, now it's like 2,700 subscribers, almost 3,000 subscribers. And we get like 100 views per 100,000 views per year on this channel. So it's just like it's like, dude, like this is just crazy to me, and I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you that watch my videos, because it's just like, it's just crazy. We're building this community, we're improving our lives. I'm helping people beat the system, and it's just like, it just feels just so surreal to be able to do that, I mean, like, think about it. It's 11:07 p.m. on a Saturday night that I'm coming to you, like, making this video. Like, I just love this stuff now. Like, I'm trying to shoot like 3 to 4 videos a day now, so I can just like just value dump as much as I possibly can to help you get to like that next level. But that also kind of moves to the next point. Like, I wanted to be able to be in control of the piece of my life, right? So first thing was about, I wanted to control my destiny, okay? That means I didn't want other people to be able to affect whether I had money or not. Then I wanted to be above money, because I didn't even want to think about money anymore. I just wanted to be able to just do what I wanted, right? But then I also wanted to be in control of the piece of my life. Now, that kind of translates in a different spot, right? Because like before was, we don't think about money, but now it's like I've almost beaten the money game, because the passive income comes in. We're helping so many people. We have so many testimonials for both our mentorship program and for our accounting business that we've kind of hit this critical mass, and it allows people to focus a lot more time and energy on like my health, family, both extended family, my parents, my brother, significant other, and it's just like, man, I can donate a lot of money to my church. I can donate my time to my church. I do like salsa dancing almost like literally like last week I did salsa dancing almost every single night of that last week, and I was like, and I lost like a belt loop, right? So like I'm really looking at like how much weight I'm losing based on like the number of belt loops that I like put on my belt. And like one time I was like, well, how do I know my belt loop's not just like stretching? Like the actual holes in the belt. It's like, well, if it stretches, then it's gonna be less. So I don't know. I'm kind of getting over that. I only have one more on this current belt that I have. So if I can just get down, I think I could down in like probably about one more, either 2 weeks or 1 month. I can be down one more belt loop, and like that would be awesome. I can just retire that belt, go back to another one, because I have another black belt that like I got that I really shrunk down to like one belt hole remaining. That doesn't fit me right now, but it will soon. So I'm just like, man, if I can just keep moving down and down and down, then my health is like improving as well. Like I don't really get sick as much anymore. The one thing that I do struggle with a little bit is like dehydration, but like we're totally like attacking that right now. So it's like it's just crazy, It's just super crazy. So super grateful for all the opportunities that have been kind of provided for me by starting my businesses, but it's one of those things where it's like it's scary in the beginning, everything that you do that's worth it is scary, right? It's overwhelming. It's like it's a risk, right? And some people talk about like risk is like if there's any amount of risk, you just don't do it. And it's just like everything that's in this life that's actually worth having is a risk, right? Like let's say like if you're married, right? Taking the risk to go and like meet your significant other. Maybe you saw her in a coffee shop and you went across the way and you basically took the risk of getting rejected to talk to her, right? Maybe the risk was maybe like getting married before you're financially ready. Maybe the risk was moving in together and buying a house. Like all the stuff that's worth it in life, like having a family, like that's worth it too. Like everything that's in life that's good, it takes sacrifice, and there's a risk involved with it. Just because there's a risk does not mean you don't do it. That's the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. Is a lot of people, like, in their everyday life, they're willing to take risks, but as soon as it comes to like money and their business, that's where they draw the line on the risk, and that's actually the opposite. You know what I mean? Like in the business, that's where you're supposed to take the risks. So like for example, for me, I spend about 60 grand a year on like Facebook ads, which, I mean, that's not that much money, like, compared to like some people that I know. But like for the average person, whenever I tell someone, it's like, yeah, I spend like $60,000 to $100,000 a year on ads. So like, what? That's crazy. And I'm like, well, kind of, but it's like, I wish I could really be spending about $200,000 a year in ads. If I could spend $200,000 a year in ads, that would be a really good, how much would that be? That would be an extra $600,000 per year if I just maintain my 3 to 4x return on ad spend. So it's just like, but it's risky if you don't understand how to build that structure and have that stuff in place. But I have the infrastructure, I have the people, I have the team to be able to go and fulfill on that, right? So it's like, I can spend that without really feeling a risk. So it's risky to one person, but it's not risky to another person, because in my case, I have the infrastructure, I have the team, I have the processes, the procedures, the systems to handle that influx of demand. Then all I gotta do is just sit there and just do the exact same thing. The challenge for me is just not getting distracted. It's very easy for me to get distracted in life because there's always something cool that's like fun to try. So what I've actually decided to do, and like why I have like a different like lighting situation, is because what I'm doing is, let me see if I can change this. Is that I am going to buy a new piece of camera equipment anytime that I get distracted or feel like I want to try something new. And that way I'll put out an extra 30 videos. Every single time I get something new, I push out like 20 to 30 videos. So that means I'll have a year's worth of like video content already saved up in the bank. Like right now I'm about 12 weeks out in terms of shooting. So like by the time you watch this, I might have made it 12 weeks ago from when I'm shooting. I'm probably gonna push this one out early because I just really like the way it looks. I want to kind of like do these nighttime videos more often too. But that's kind of my thought process. So I really appreciate you. I thank you so much for watching. And also, if you want some help growing your business, like maybe you've been trying to grow a business but just not quite working the way that you want, or maybe you're thinking about starting an accounting and bookkeeping business, but just so much stuff that you just don't know and it's just risky. If you want to de-risk it, if you want to ensure that you go and reach your goals, click on the link inside the description, either above or below the video, to book a call with myself to see if I can help you. Okay, it worked for me. It's worked for other people. We've had about 354 people join our mentorship program, and it's worked for them. So I want to see if it can work for you as well. Okay, now I don't know you. That's why I have to go meet you on this call, because I can't guarantee you're gonna find success just by watching like 100,000 YouTube videos. By having direct support and direct mentorship, that increases your percentages of being able to succeed. But I still need to make sure that our process can work for you, right? Because it's not for everybody. It's for a select group of people that are ready to implement and change their life. If that's you, go ahead and click the link inside the description. I'd love to meet you on the call. I'd love to say thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully have a good rest of your day. And if you're not quite ready for the call, that's A-okay too. I will see you inside of the next video. Take it easy.